Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are live here on Total Entertainment Radio. I am G Sweets, one of the hosts of the DTI Takeover show. As usual, we have a dope show for you today. As you know, we love to interview businesses that we come encounter with, so they can tell you a little bit about them, their story, and how you can shop and or book them. And today we have a special guest hailing from Dallas, Texas. She is the owner of Six Figure Trucking, Miss Delphine Foster. Hi, Delphine. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
No problem. No problem. So, Delphine, let's just dive right on in. Can you let the people know a little bit about yourself?
Yes, my name is Delphine Price Foster. I am the owner of not only Six Figure Trucking, but Six Figure Trucking Academy, which is a premier online school where I teach women how to start their own trucking business, as well as how to start their own freight dispatching businesses. I'm also a trucking business owner since 1997. So I've been in the trucking game a very, very, very long time.
Oh, congratulations on that and starting your business and your trucking company. So, why trucking? How did you get into that?
That's a really good question. I've always known about trucking. I'm from the East Coast, and trucking was just always a big thing. But at the point in time when I started in trucking, I was at a very low point in my life.
Okay.
My current husband at that time had gotten life in prison. So it wasn't no child support coming to save me. It was nothing. I was actually on Section 8 and I was on welfare. I got a welfare check of $440 a month. I mean, and I was like just going through. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Just really going through. And so it just, only thing I could think of to do to get out of such a horrible situation was to go back to what I knew. And I knew trucking. I knew my dad has always been in trucking. My uncle's always been in trucking. Everybody I knew always was in trucking. And so at that time, the welfare had a program that said, if you agree not to come back on welfare for a year, we'll give you a grant, which will be 10 months of your welfare check. And I took that and I started my trucking business.
Wow. Wow. And you never looked back.
Never. I failed 4 times. Don't get it wrong. I went out of business 4 times. I failed miserably. But to God be the glory. I've been back in business the last 8 years, and I've been able to sustain the last 8 years. And I've always been made over $1 million every year the last 8 years. So it's just a lot of experience, a lot of trial and error, but I got it now.
Wow. So your trucking company, what is it that you do in regards to trucking?
Okay. Well, first I purchased 18-wheelers, which I do know how to drive as well. And I try to hire many women as I possibly can. And I just haul just traditional freight. So I make relationships with different shippers, warehouses, go knock on doors, shake hands, take people out to lunch. I send food to people all across the country and earn their business and just hauling freight from one warehouse to the next. It's simple as that.
So your freight, you travel state to state?
Some of my trucks do, but I also have some local accounts in both the cities that I reside.
Okay.
It just depends.
Oh, that's interesting. And my dad was my dad is also a truck driver.
Okay.
Well, I never really took to it like you did.
Okay.
But, congratulations on making that a lifestyle for you.
Thank you. It changed my life.
What is it about trucking that keeps you so interested and invested in it?
I love that. Thank you. Okay. First of all, I have a mad respect for trucking because trucking took care of me as a child, you know what I mean? As my dad. And then as I became an adult and I needed money, I could always just, give my dad a call and says, hey, Dad, I need some extra money or whatever. And he was on the road, of course. And he could always send me money, you know what I mean? So that's what gave me the biggest impact, is that I had a mad respect for trucking. And so that's what made me start my own trucking business. Because I knew if nothing else worked, I can dig in the trenches hard enough and pull up my bootstraps and get trucking going.
So, and now you have a school that you have for trucking. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. I'm happy to talk about it. As you see, I smile when I talk about it. When the pandemic happened, right? Everybody was home, but I was still grinding. So everybody's reaching out to me like, how you still, what? Right. everybody watching their 401k online dwindle away, not knowing if they're going to have a job. And too many people was coming at me and say, girl, can you help me do what you do? So I said, okay, I got an idea. So I put it together as an actual academy, and I have a program that I take people through. So I had to really think, how can I make the biggest impact? And so that's why I started the school. And I strictly only teach women, and I don't teach people how to be truck drivers or anything like that. I teach you how to boss up, how to have your own 6-figure revenue generating trucking business. And I have a program where you can get it done in 12 weeks or less.
Wow.
It's called 90 Days of Trucking. That's right. In 90 days, you too can have your own trucking business.
Program just local? Is this can you do this virtually, or you just offer it to people in your local area?
No, it's not in my local area because I live a bi-coastal lifestyle, so that wouldn't work. But I teach people all around the United States, and I've helped people in Canada also. So everything is strictly virtual. Everything.
Okay. So I've never driven a truck before.
No, you don't need to. You need
to.
You need to put your owner's hat on, not your driver's hat on. We're not. We create jobs for the block. We're not creating jobs for ourselves.
Okay.
Right.
I like
it
that.
makes sense. So, and you're saying anybody, any women, because you do train women, can come and own a trucking company, take a 90-day course, and you can be a owner.
Right. I take you through every phase of it in terms of starting up your FMCSA requirements, which is the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, which is the governing body of all trucking businesses. So I make sure your business is set up legal, make sure it's set up properly, help you with your insurance shopping, help you with truck shopping, help you stay compliant when it comes to hiring drivers, show you how to find freight, help you set up your accounting system. Like the list goes on and on what I do. So each week, whatever your module of learning is, that's what we implement into your business that week. And that's how I'm able to get these businesses up and running so fast. Remember, I failed 4 times. So I became a pro at starting back over.
Right.
And I can start over pretty quick now.
Right. So after 90 days, what does that look like for a new trucking owner?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, good question. After those 90 days, it looks like the trucking owner is wearing their owner's hat. They are in their office. They're running their business every day. They are hiring drivers. Their trucks should be out making loads and deliveries and that sort of stuff. They're keeping up with their maintenance of their equipment. They're keeping up with their just with the overall picture of their business, whether it's the mechanical side or doing more recruiting or finding more shippers or whatever. I show you all how to do all of those things. So that's what it looks like. It looks like someone is wearing their owner's hat and they are running their trucking business every single day.
That's really good.
Yeah. It's changed a lot of lives.
Okay. So you have your trucking company. And you mentioned something about giving away.
I am, y'all. When I tell you, God is so good.
Giving away?
Yes. So I told y'all I was a single mom. I was on Section 8 welfare, and I started my business. And one thing I know for a fact is that there's got to be a lot of other sisters that's struggling as bad as I did. And I started my nonprofit. I actually just got my nonprofit out the way 1 month ago, and I'm giving away a trucking business. I'm doing this every single year. I'm going to select one deserving single mom, and I'm going to turn her life upside down. I'm going to give her a trucking business. But not only am I going to give her a trucking business, I'm going to mentor her. We're going to lock arms for 5 years. And I'm going to make for the first 2 years, we side by side, we joined at the hip. The last 3 years, you should kind of be okay.
5 years to a deserving female, and that's like you said, that's any single mother anywhere in the United States.
That's right.
How do you make the selection?
I'm going through. I'm seriously in deep prayer about who I'm going to select and how I'm going to go about the selection process. And I'll be very transparent about that. So I'm in deep prayer. I have a PR firm, and they're putting together a whole campaign where we're going to be running ads all across the United States and having people enlist for the giveaway.
That was going to be my next question. How can someone say if they were interested in the giveaway, how would they go about, signing up for it?
Yes. Well, most definitely going to have to wait just a little while longer. We just did the filming of everything about 2 weeks ago. And so we will be having those ads running all over social media. And and I'll be visiting more cities, being on TV, because I really want to make sure I find someone whose spirit is ready, who is ready, you know what I mean, has a teachable spirit. And I just want to make sure that we connect. But this is going to be a total surprise to whomever I select. And like I said, the announcement will be made at my gala event, which will be held in Dallas, Texas on December the 10th. And it's going to be a winter wonderland event. It's going to be very
nice. That sounds nice.
Yeah, yeah.
So Delphine, how can someone, if someone wanted to sign up for your trucking, excuse me, your trucking academy, how would they go about doing that?
Thank you for asking. First of all, I'm easily found any of my handles, Six Figure Trucking Academy, Six Figure Trucking Academy, and the word six is spelled out. You can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Facebook, or you can put in sixfiguretruckingacademy.com. And I have both domains, Six Figure Trucking with the G and without the G. You can find me either way, sixfiguretruckingacademy.com. And on there, you can either set up to get a consultation with me if you need to, or see my class schedule, or even see a bigger breakdown of the classes that I do offer.
Okay.
Where do you see Six Figure Trucking 5 years from now?
I'm praying. I'm really praying that I'm able to give away multiple trucking businesses a year. I'm really praying I can give away 4 or 5 a year. And I really like to just really stay busy, just really pouring into those young ladies. That's where I would really like to be. And of course, continue to bless the other women who come through my program, and just to help more, because I helped over 200 women in the last 2 years since I've been in business. And I would just want to help more of the same. But most definitely, I want to get way more into, pour way more into the ladies who I'm going to be gifting the businesses to.
Absolutely. That's dope.
Are you looking or in need of truck drivers currently?
You're in trucking. You're always needing truck drivers. That's just kind of how we go. The turnover rate with trucking is just ridiculous, and that's always because people always think the grass is greener. So I've had several drivers leave me and come back, leave and come back. I'm used to it. It's no big deal. but you're always looking for drivers. You're always looking for a good driver.
So if someone wanted to reach out to you to be a driver, would they, follow the same steps?
Absolutely.
Six Figure Trucking on social media?
Absolutely. Same exact way.
Okay. Delphine, this is dope. I think what you're doing is amazing. Gifting a business, a trucking business to someone, I think is beyond dope. I've never heard anybody.
And that's why I'm trying to be the first. I'm making sure that I'm the first. Yes, I want to make the impact.
Women
trucking
company.
Extremely empowering. Absolutely. And okay, the women, the single, the giveaway that you're giving, the trucking business that you're giving away, I'm sorry, is there a certain criteria for the woman? Is it any woman, or is it strictly single mothers?
It's strictly single moms.
It's strictly single mothers.
Strictly single moms. Yes. Yes, strictly single moms. Because I'm currently married now. I've been married for 6 years, 7 years, something like that. And I know your life changes once you get a significant other, but I know there is nothing as hard as being a single mom. There's nothing as hard as that. And that's who I'm going so hard for. So that's my decision, period. That's my decision, period. Because I know life is a whole lot easier when we start getting partners and stuff like that. But when single moms is in the trenches with these babies and they just feel like they don't have no way out, daycare costs is ridiculous, fuel costs is ridiculous, cars for the cars ridiculous, fathers don't want to pay child support, or whatever the case may be. I'm quite sure it ain't enough if they are paying it. It doesn't matter. They need help. I know for a fact 6 figures can turn somebody's life around. I know it for a fact. It certainly changed mine. It certainly changed mine. So,
well, congratulations to you, Delphine. Congratulations to you and what you're doing with your trucking company. I think it's great. Everybody, single mothers, women, if you're listening and you're interested in driving a truck, hit up Delphine Foster at 6 Figure Trucking. She is your girl. She will make it happen for you. She will teach you how to own your own trucking company if that's what you want to do, or if you just want to drive, she got something for you too. So hit her up, 6 Figure Trucking, on all social media platforms. And you said your website is sixfiguretrucking.com?
6 Figure Trucking Academy.
sixfiguretruckingacademy.com. Hit her up. Miss Delphine, thank you so much for being on the show. We
Thank you.
appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.
You too.
You too. And we out.
All right. So when will this air?